Imagine carrying a weight so heavy that it seems impossible to stand under it, yet the world tells you to just get over it. That weight is what depression often feels like, and so many people wrongly assume it's a sign of weakness or personal failure. I want to tell you today, with every ounce of conviction in my heart, that depression is not a flaw in your character. It is not a punishment for being too sensitive or for not being strong enough. It is a human experience, a signal that something inside needs attention, care, and understanding. Depression can creep into your life quietly, wrapping around your thoughts like a fog, making even the simplest tasks feel monumental. You may find yourself thinking, I should be happy, I have everything I need, or why can't I just push through? These thoughts can be cruel because they blame you for something that is not your fault. It is easy to internalize these feelings, believing you are failing, but that is exactly what depression wants. It isolates, it tells lies, and it whispers that you are weak. But let me assure you, the truth is the opposite. You are not weak, you are human. Depression often emerges as a response to pain we cannot see or understand right away. Sometimes it is linked to broken relationships, friends who disappointed us, family bonds that left us feeling unseen, or the loss of someone we cherished. It is the mind's way of telling us that emotional wounds exist, that we have been carrying hurt that needs acknowledgement. When we realize this, we start to see depression not as an enemy, but as a messenger. It is a silent voice urging us to care for ourselves, to face the parts of life and relationships that have hurt us, and to begin the work of healing. And healing does not mean instant happiness. Healing is gentle, patient, and sometimes slow. It is allowing yourself to sit with the pain without judgment, to seek support when the weight feels too heavy, and to practice self-compassion when the world seems unforgiving. Every step you take, no matter how small, is proof of your courage. Every morning you wake up and keep going, even when it feels impossible, is a victory that no one can take from you. Depression is not a reflection of weakness. It is a reflection of life's challenges and the hidden wounds we all carry. Recognize it, honor it, and give yourself the grace to heal. Have you ever felt a heaviness in your heart after someone you trusted let you down, even if they didn't mean to? That heaviness is real, and it leaves marks that are often invisible to the outside world. Broken relationships, whether with family, friends, or loved ones, can create wounds that don't always show on the surface. They stay hidden, quietly shaping how we feel, how we see ourselves, and how we interact with the world. These marks are silent, but they speak volumes inside us. When someone we love hurts us, intentionally or not, it can make us question our worth. We start wondering, was it something I did wrong? Am I not enough? Over time, these thoughts can settle in like shadows, growing heavier until they affect not just our emotions, but our very sense of self. The pain from broken relationships is subtle at first. It may show as sadness we can't explain, anxiety we can't shake, or moments of doubt that sneak in when we least expect them. And because these wounds are not visible like a bruise or a cut, people around us often don't see the impact. That can make us feel even more isolated. Yet it's important to understand that these silent marks are not signs of failure. They are signs of being human. Every person you form a bond with, every connection you nurture, carries the possibility of both joy and pain. When a relationship fractures, it is natural to feel grief, disappointment, and confusion. These emotions are normal responses to real loss. They are part of the process of understanding that life is not always fair, and that people sometimes hurt us even when they didn't intend to. Acknowledging these silent marks is the first step toward healing. Pretending they don't exist or telling yourself to just get over it only buries the pain deeper. Instead, allowing yourself to feel, to reflect on what happened, and to understand why it affected you is empowering. It teaches you resilience, self-awareness, and ultimately helps you build boundaries that protect your heart in the future. The wounds left by broken relationships do not have to define your life. They are reminders that relationships matter, that connection is precious, and that your feelings are valid. By recognizing these silent marks, you give yourself the chance to heal, to grow, and to approach future relationships with clarity, strength, and compassion. Every scar from broken bonds is proof that you cared, that you loved, and that you have the courage to keep moving forward. Have you ever noticed that quiet, uneasy feeling inside you, the one that nudges at your heart but is easy to ignore? That feeling is your mind and body trying to communicate something important. It is the inner signal that says, pay attention, something needs care. Often we dismiss these feelings, telling ourselves we're overreacting or that life should just go on as usual. But those signals are never random. They are messages, quietly guiding us toward understanding our own emotional needs. Depression often starts as whispers inside us, little signals that something in our lives, often our relationships, needs attention. It may appear as persistent sadness, irritability, fatigue, or even moments of emptiness we can't explain. These are not signs of weakness. They are signals asking us to slow down and take a closer look at what is happening inside. They are trying to point us toward the parts of our life where we are hurt, neglected, or disconnected. Listening to these signals is not a luxury. It is a necessity for your well-being. Too often, people try to push these feelings aside. They distract themselves with work, social media, or the noise of everyday life, thinking that ignoring the signals will make them go away. But these messages grow stronger when ignored. Depression is like a mirror held up to the parts of life where healing is needed, often reflecting unresolved pain from relationships that have left a mark. When we fail to listen, the mirror stays cracked, and we continue carrying the weight without you understanding its source. Listening to your inner signals is about paying attention without judgment. It means allowing yourself to feel sadness, confusion, or frustration without labeling yourself as weak or flawed. It means asking yourself questions like, what am I feeling? What is missing? Which relationship or part of my life needs attention? And being brave enough to face the answers, even when they are uncomfortable. When you start to truly listen, you open the door to healing. You become aware of patterns that hurt you, people who drain you, and situations that need change. You begin to trust yourself more, to honor your needs, and to make decisions that protect your emotional health. Listening is not a one-time act. It is a practice, a daily commitment to check in with yourself, to acknowledge your feelings, and to treat them with respect. Your inner signals are not enemies, they are guides. They are the quiet voices that help you navigate through the fog, helping you find clarity, strength, and the courage to care for yourself. Healing begins the moment we truly see what has been hidden inside us. It starts with awareness, being honest with ourselves about the pain, the wounds, and the patterns that have shaped our feelings. Depression often masks itself with numbness or excuses, and broken relationships can leave marks so subtle that we hardly notice them at first. But when we pause and allow ourselves to look clearly at what is going on, we take the first courageous step toward change. Awareness is not about blaming yourself or others, it is about understanding. It is about recognizing the moments when someone's words, actions, or absence left a scar, and noticing how those experiences echo in your thoughts, your moods, and even your behavior. It is about admitting that there are parts of your life that need attention and that it is okay to face them. Many people avoid this step because it feels uncomfortable, but avoiding awareness only keeps the pain alive, quietly steering your life without permissio. When you cultivate awareness, you start to see the connections between your emotions and the experiences that triggered them. You may notice how certain situations bring a rush of sadness, anger, or anxiety. You may realize how patterns in your relationships repeat themselves or how unresolved hurt continues to affect you. Awareness allows you to separate yourself from the weight of these feelings. You begin to understand that the sadness is not who you are. It is a signal pointing to something that needs care. Awareness also empowers you to make choices. Once you recognize the sources of your pain, you can decide how to respond. You can choose to seek help, to set boundaries, or to confront what has hurt you with courage and honesty. You can also start to nurture yourself in ways that rebuild your strength, restore your confidence, and heal your heart. Without awareness, these choices remain out of reach, and you may feel trapped in a cycle that seems endless. Healing is not instant, and awareness is not a one-time event. It is a practice, a daily commitment to check in with yourself, to notice your emotions, and to honor your experiences without judgment. It is gentle and patient work, but it is transformative. Awareness turns confusion into clarity, isolation into understanding, and pain into a guide for growth. Support and connection matter 5 into a 480-word segment, flowing naturally within the speech and maintaining alignment with the overall key points. Avoid any headings and ensure the tone is seamless and conversational. Conclude with only the necessary closing line for impact and don't mention Muniba Mazari name. And write it like Muniba Mazari is giving in key point. No one is meant to carry the weight of pain alone. Human beings are wired for connection, and when we struggle with depression or the wounds left by broken relationships, support becomes not just helpful, it becomes essential. It may feel vulnerable to reach out, especially when the pain is deep and the heart is bruised, but leaning on others is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of courage, of trusting that you deserve care and understanding. Support can come in many forms. It may be a friend who listens without judgment, a family member who simply holds space for you, or a mentor who offers guidance and reassurance. Sometimes it is a professional, a counselor or therapist who can help you untangle emotions and patterns that feel overwhelming. What matters is the willingness to accept that you do not have to face everything alone, that reaching for connection is a step toward healing, not a confession of failure. Broken relationships can make it tempting to isolate yourself, to believe that no one can understand your experience, but isolation only deepens the wound. When you allow others in, you open the door for compassion, empathy, and perspective. You begin to see that your feelings are valid, that your pain is not a burden, and that connection can remind you of your value. Even small interactions, a supportive conversation, a shared laugh, a comforting presence, can begin to lighten the load that depression places on your heart. Support also teaches resilience. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable with someone you trust, you practice trust and courage at the same time. You learn that asking for help is not a defeat, but a strategy for survival and growth. And over time, these connections help rebuild the very foundation that broken relationships may have shaken. They remind you that you are not defined by loss or hurt, but by your capacity to heal and to reach out, even when it is difficult. It is also important to remember that support is a two-way street. While it is vital to receive care, offering kindness and listening to others strengthens your sense of purpose and belonging. Being part of a supportive network creates a ripple effect, where healing becomes mutual and collective, and isolation loses its power. No matter how heavy the sadness, no matter how deep the scars from broken relationships, connection is a lifeline. It is the light that reminds you that you matter, that you are not alone, and that healing is possible with others by your side. Pain is never easy. It cuts deep, leaves scars, and can make life feel unbearable at times. But pain, as heavy and unwelcome as it feels, carries a hidden purpose. It is a teacher in disguise, showing us where we are wounded, where our hearts need care, and where our lives need change. When we learn to face it, understand it, and respond to it, pain can become a powerful catalyst for growth. Every experience of hurt, every moment of loss, and every broken relationship holds a lesson. It may teach us about our own boundaries, helping us recognize where to protect ourselves. It may teach us compassion, showing us the struggles others carry silently. It may even teach us resilience, revealing a strength we didn't know existed until we were forced to find it. Pain asks us to reflect, to look inward, and to understand ourselves more deeply. By paying attention to its message, we can transform it into wisdom and self-awareness. Transforming pain into growth does not mean pretending the hurt doesn't exist or forcing yourself to feel happy before you're ready. It means acknowledging the hurt honestly, giving yourself permission to feel it fully, and then choosing to respond rather than remain stuck. It is in that response, choosing healing, learning from experience, setting boundaries, and rebuilding relationships, that growth begins. Pain becomes a roadmap, showing us where we need to evolve, what we need to let go of, and which directions will lead to a healthier, stronger life. It also teaches gratitude in unexpected ways. When we navigate the dark moments and survive them, we begin to appreciate the small victories. A day without anxiety, a conversation that brings understanding, a moment of peace. These victories, born out of struggle, become the building blocks of confidence and self-belief. They remind us that even in our lowest points, we are capable of moving forward, capable of resilience, and capable of turning hardship into strength. Growth does not erase the past, but it transforms how we carry it. The scars from broken relationships, the echoes of loneliness, and the heaviness of depression can become symbols of courage, not shame. They remind us that we endured, that we learned, and that we are capable of love, hope, and connection even after pain. Every challenge, every heartbreak, and every wound can be a stepping stone. Pain is not wasted when it is transformed into growth. It becomes proof of your strength, resilience, and capacity to rise above.